Yeah, I've been logging in for these, then not picking them up. Yep, new Trailblaze missions. New this. Which probably won't happen on screen just because... reasons. New Aptitude Showcase. Well, one new one. I still have you from earlier. Let's do these while we wait for people to get in. Yeah, Natasha is... she's the free healer. That should tell you all you need to know about what she does. Which is to say, not a lot. But she heals. She definitely heals.
Move carefully. The time is now.
Owie.
Let's make it quick.
Bonk.
Here comes
And
the
cleanse Danny Boy.
Don't worry about me.
Now I've heard, let's see if we can actually literally hear it.
Let's go.
What about this?
Can't really,
Just a little
but-
something.
So apparently the Trailblazer's voice has been replaced. Or at least one of them. Might not have even been the English one.
You're in bad shape.
The truth of life and death.
I don't know the situation about it, because I don't
vision.
look into that. Should I? Probably. But I already didn't, and you can't stop me from continuing to not do it.
So this is defeat.
Time to nap time.
Jeez.
The time is now. This can't be.
Damn,
Just
I
in
am...
time. Just a little something.
I apparently have been doing something wrong here. Who knows what it was? Probably not healing that other time.
Naughty children. Savor the vigor of
Whatever.
that'll all better now. Time for a here comes the medicine.
That's not good.
Just in time. Just a little
I was
something.
probably supposed to be swinging with the Trailblazer more, using his skill. Let's restart that.
Found one.
Alright, bash in your skull.
Move carefully.
Slow you down.
Let's make it quick.
All better
Keep
now?
Danny Boy healthy and
Don't worry
happy.
about me.
What about this?
Naughty children, nap time.
Alright, this is going much better.
The truth of life and death. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Critical. Bleed damage.
Let's go.
There we go. That's what we were missing.
Rules
and then
are made to be
beat him over the
broken.
head. Okay, that sounded a bit different. At least I think it did. Maybe I'm imagining everything. I'll never know. Serval. He serves all of something.
Can't stop the rush.
Zap.
Time for the make. Turn up the volume. Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us all.
Batter up.
With me out here.
And
how
then
can you
shielded.
lose?
Well, clearly I shielded the wrong character. There we go.
Try that again. This song.
More.
Keep up. It's my tempo.
This is our chance.
Batter up.
Owie.
Rules are made to be broken.
I told ya I could fight. Watch this.
Zap. And bludgeon. A poor choice.
Can't run.
And then you died.
Ready to lose
Ain't that
yourself?
fun?
Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us all.
That'll over. Now Misha, who I feel like I've never understood how he's supposed to work. I mean, I get it mechanically, I just don't understand what they expect to happen doing it. I feel like he was power crept before he was released. Which is not a good sign.
Please wait a sec.
Hit him with a mop. Sure, why not?
The smell of sin will judge you for the 10 lords. By the will of the 10 lords. The 10 lords decree. Hereby ordained.
I'll contain them. Enemy data
Don't mess
secure.
this up.
Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
Classic Pella.
I'm on it. Hitting him now. How much time do I have?
Not enough, kid.
I'm running late. Sorry. Give it up. Recount your sins. Let's dive into today's Keep things neat and tidy.
Enemy targets to inputting commands.
Idiot.
I hope I don't. I'm on it. Hitting him now.
Commencing support. Ready for another?
Owie.
I shall judge you for the 10 lords. Let's dive into today's Keep things neat and tidy. Not again.
Alright, hit you with a bunch of suitcases.
Sorry.
I'll contain them. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
Maybe I should have waited until he'd gotten out of that to break him so he could be stunned again.
Oh,
That probably would have been the call.
I hope
I'm on it. Heating up now.
you still recount your sins. By the will of the Ten Lords, the Ten Lords decree. Hereby ordained.
Just do your little decrees. Okay. Owie.
Excuse me, please. Enemy targets detected. Inputting commands. Whoa.
Stop resisting everything. You aim at anyone else. Clearly not.
Let's dive in. Keep things neat and tidy.
There, die this time.
Not again. I'm running late.
Damn it, kid. As someone with a watch, you're late an inordinate amount of time. There, explode from too much luggage. Now, the Herda. We've already got her. Now I'm saving up for the Fate characters. Which should be next update after this one. Which... they've actually added Treeby to the trial here. That's interesting.
Take a look. This is pure genius in action.
Yes, yes, I know how she works.
I'd say you look tough. But who am I kidding?
I think I vaguely understand how the Treebies work as well.
You've just got to expand your thinking. Time to twirl.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void.
Time to twirl. Hooray! Take off the cover. Good.
The door to a whole new world. Glimpse the unknown for a
And
moment.
explode.
And let it captivate you.
Allow me to
Do
see
you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours.
Herda plus the Herda works pretty well. You just... there you go.
Watch my moves closely. Huge news! Is it coming?
Guess who lives here?
Fighting the west wind, away we go!
No one now.
To twirl! Maybe you can keep it down?
Here I come. Ready or not. Curiosity.
Use one of those.
Endless
And then...
But the answer is nothing but
make sure you
void.
have enough energy for the next.
Time to twirl! Away! Take off the cover! Good! Time to twirl!
Keep the twirling going.
Still as hopeless as that. You've just got to expand your thinking. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble.
There we go. So that is what the Herda can do for you. Now then, the new one, Hyacinth. What does she do? She's another remembrance character. Oop, okay, it did not want to reload there for a sec, but it's working now. Yep, nope. New character, that wasn't part of the deal, says the game. Yep. Okay, it's added it into my contract. Good to know. Summons Little Ika. An ally's HP is lowered. Heal them. Increase all allies' max HP. The higher the outgoing healing, the higher the damage dealt by Little Ika. Okay. Wind weak. Okay, basic, deals minor wind damage. Love over the rainbow, summons Memo Sprite Little Ika. Restores HP for all allies. Ultimate, we who fly into twilight. Summons Memo Sprite Little Ika, restores HP for all allies. Enters the After Rain state. While Hyacinth is in this state, increase all allies max HP. First talent, First Light heals the world. Hyacinth or Little Ika provide healing, increase Little Ika's damage dealt. Technique, day so right, life so fine. The next battle starts, restores HP for all allies, increase max HP. Memo Sprite. Skill, deal wind damage to all enemies. The talent. Now I target except Little Ika has reduced HP. Little Ika will consume their own HP and restore HP for the target. When Hyacinth has After Rain, Little Ika gains 1 extra turn and automatically uses Memo Sprite skill immediately after Hyacinth uses an ability. After Little Ika uses an ability, duration of their continuous effects decreases by 1 turn. Summon regenerates energy. On disappearing, advances her action.
Let's try it this other way. We can do it all!
Okay, that is different. They haven't replaced the old ones just yet.
Do need some sunshine.
I shall remember this warmth.
May this faint light dispel the gloom. Restore clear skies once more.
I grant you this, as you wish.
Alright, alright. Okay, that sound didn't play correctly. There it goes. Ow.
Enjoying yourself? All things are as one.
Bring the thing.
Every
Roll on May
petal
does
in life's
stuff.
garden will be swept away by the wind of time.
Trust me.
Mega Mem.
Together, we can do anything!
It'll take some getting used to. The new voice. I'm sure I'll adjust eventually. And then the dogs explode. Cup runneth over for you. Damn, we're all, like, double locked onto. Owie.
Everyone's been waiting for you.
I shall remember this warmth. Life is not as fragile as but of darkness. Follows me.
Don't worry, I'll do it.
Mimi?
Remember that.
You'll do.
Ah. Died of bleeding. Oh dear. Feast that is set for you. A cup runneth over for you.
Don't be rash.
Alright, killing time. Just gonna sit back and let that happen. I'm not pressing anything right now. Just does this when it's the last turn.
I only wish that death may protect us.
Oh dear. Multiple battles.
Who needs some sunshine?
Breaks over.
Stay away.
Owie.
May this faint light dispel the gloom. Restore clear skies. Once more.
Seems like a healer intended to work with Castorus. It makes me a little disappointed I'm gonna have to skip this to try to get both those Fate Servants.
Embrace new life, Pollux.
But gotta do what I gotta do. There'll be Hyacinth reruns, I'm certain. But the Fate characters, I'm not sure. Schmuck. Hello, Bathwater.
Please cheer dead souls. Return to dust.
I have a giant zombie dragon. Which I'm also hoping to pick up in Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. Zombie dragons are cool. Not dragon liches. Dracoliches are kinda lame, honestly.
That hurts.
Is this how it feels to be in sync?
Me.
Eh, might not have heard.
Will be bright.
There's a new voice actor for the Trailblazer. You're sure you can hear the difference if you've been paying attention?
Faint light.
They haven't replaced old lines, just the new ones are finally filled in.
Restore clear skies. Once more.
Breaks over.
All things are as one. Every petal in life's garden will be swept away by the wind of time.
Yeah, healing in response to taking damage. But actually, it's in response to losing health, which means it's kind of perfect for how Castorus works. It doesn't apply during the dragon's turn, probably because they realize that would be busted as hell. Because effects that do that in the simulated universe make Castorus unstoppable in that mode. Yes, that was Tyson's trial. She looks like a very strong healer, but by setting her right before the most anticipated collab... Actually, I think this is the only collab in this series so far, and therefore the single most anticipated one, kinda guaranteed she was gonna score not great. Nah, I remember what the story did.
It's still
And
early.
Exagera,
I'll let you
and,
know.
Well, we got two more. We're only missing 2 of these now, so I guess this could actually be the last one. Hoyoverse collabs are so funny. I mean, this is the first one that I'm really up for. Not this, but the one that's coming after this. Next update is the one I've been waiting for. All the Genshin collabs are like KFC and the fucking ski lodge. Who gives a fuck? And Star Rail, my beloved, comes out with a whole friggin' Fate collab, and it just wunderbar. HONKAI gets Ava, Star Rail gets Fate, Triple Z gets Street Fighter 6, Genshin gets KFC, McDonald's, Duolingo, Tea Shops in China, oh, and Horizon Zero Dawn too. Oh, yeah. And, didn't Aloy, whatever the fuck her name was, wasn't she also, like, just straight up have... No, it's that her weapon was only available on the PlayStation version of the game. Like, her dedicated weapon that was meant to make her better. Yeah, we left off. We've only got 2 left. I think one of them is the Sky, and one of them is probably the Trickery, or... Because she seems to not be fulfilling her duties, but she also already has it, so maybe she already counts? Yeah, with only 2 left, this might actually be the last story one. Which, it doesn't feel like the end, but... does not make her less garbage. Oh, I'm sure. Thanatos and Circe's core flames have been returned. Sometime after that, the 12 constellations hover above, overlooking the vortex of Genesis. They embody the 12 Amphorian deities, fate, foundation, creations, and calamity of this world. Now, 10 among them have fallen. Their core flames return to the origin of Genesis. Above you, constellations shimmer, their brilliance echoing the faint slumber of each titan. And you have experienced 4 ascensions and 4 partings. Strife. The Lance of Fury once became the Mad King, plunging the world into ceaseless strife, until your valor brow it to an end. I'm not going to get too much on that. It's 1 letter, and I can see missing that. It's at the end. I'll let it slide. And its demigod successor, the undying Mighty Mouse, chose to bear the title of Kremnos alone, returning home to be crowned as the last line of defense for the Holy City. Mighty, may your battles know no defeat. But no, let his battles know lots of defeat for his enemies. Time. Back then, the incarnation of Time entrusted Mem to you at Temple of the Three Fates. Back then, the lively girl with red hair fulfilled her mission and bid the first farewell. Time speaks not of fairness, yet it never stops. And now this power resides in your hands. See you tomorrow, Trian. Reason. Not long ago, the head of the Grove Sages helped you repel the menace that is the Black Tide. And still not long past, that unruly scholar staged one grand performance, granting you a glimpse of this world's truth at the cost of his life. Oh, the incarnation of reason. At edge of existence, have you found your answer? Death. The prophecy once made the Hand of Shadow choose 2, granting one the fate of death. Yet their bond wove a hauntingly beautiful tale that stretched across time. At the end, the incarnation of death who journeyed from the Netherrealm to the living world chose to remain in that sea of flowers, retrieving your future. At the end of the West Wind we shall meet again, Castorus. What a long journey it's been. Time and again, farewells haven't numbed you. You can't help but wonder, how many more goodbyes will the journey of trailblazing entail? You question whether you'll be able to express each goodbye with heartfelt emotion. Your thoughts sink into the ocean. You recall how the Amphorians cherish epics, using stories to soothe their sorrows. Perhaps you should embrace this way to dispel your melancholy and regain your strength. Then let it begin. Countless words of adventure surge through your mind. You need only to grasp just one to anchor your creation. Don't be influenced by the noise outside. Just focus on the keyword in your mind. That sound was... it is indeed difficult, but you should still cling tightly to your inspiration, weaving heartfelt and elegant verses. Alright, this is an impossible task. One glance at your phone won't disrupt your thoughts, or so you tell yourself. Now, from you. Gray Mystery. Last time in Styxia, 0 time for treasure hunting. Absolute disaster. Now the River of Souls mostly retreated. I'm back, baby! In the water, a big shiny chest. Can't use the Miracle Orb and I can't wade through. Your power of time is needed now. 70-30 split. 30 for you and 70 for me? Exactly. 30 for you and 70 for me. Huh? Yo. Details, schmeetails, get here and we'll talk. You must admit, even during this arduous and struggling low point, there's still those who live joyfully. Cypher's endless, surging desire for wealth seems more turbulent than the waters of Scale Gorge Waterscape. Forget the past for now. It only brings sorrow. But sadness has no place in this moment. What you need is the drive to move forward. You decide to head to Styxia, where the River of Souls is no longer blocked, to meet up with Catgirl. Hopefully those glittering, clinking trinkets will, as always, lift your spirits. We're missing the Sky Titan Aquila, and... not sure on the other one. I'm gonna level with you.
Oh, Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful.
Hello, talking pink rabbit squirrel thing.
And the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side.
Actually, I got a text
If
from
I
her.
write a letter and put it in
Sounded
a
like she was
bottle,
doing okay.
Will she be able to read it?
I miss Castris too.
No.
She gave nice
no,
hugs.
This shouldn't be so depressing. Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves together.
Thank you, least annoying flying pixie thing in a Hoyoverse game. I'll admit, if you'd stuck to the mem shtick the whole time, you might not have that title. But at present,
By the way, it was Miss Cypher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone?
Additional question, how did I get here? Didn't we need her help to get here last time?
Huh?
How's that sound?
I don't know. This aura feels so familiar. Let's go check it out together. Be very careful.
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting rats and cats
I
and
have a bad feeling about
treasure.
this.
Now, what's in here? I got an achievement? Beat the Dark Sun Grown without taking any damage from its summons. Okay. Different cultures depict Netherrealm messengers in different ways. For Thanatos, they take the form of butterflies, taking the place where the deceased heads is a sea of flowers.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up?
Is it a new weapon? Already?
Careful, careful. It's a piece of black cloth.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Now, where have I seen this before?
God damn Flame Reaver.
What? How could they be here?
We already heard from the Mighty Mouse himself that it wasn't dead.
Mimi! Look out!
Ah, son of a bitch. Mem, get ready.
Wait! We both know what this thing can do.
Yeah, lose really easily. I don't know why they hype this thing up so much when its battles are really not that hard. But the shit that's actually hard, they play down your, role in it.
Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with Time's power as soon as we can.
The River of Souls
Come again?
is full of fish, big and delicious.
Goozy?
What?
What?
The flame chase journey stops. Meow, meow.
Meow?
Meow. The Flame Reaver's gone mad. The end.
We already knew about the mad part, but are we still in danger?
Alright, real fucking funny. You can take off the disguise now. Yeah, that figures.
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare.
You are really lucky I didn't start swinging. What a terrible person. Let's leave.
Don't run! I'm the real Cypher. The real one.
Yeah, that's why I'm leaving, because I believe you. Actually, I don't like you.
Come on, don't
I know the
be
game's
upset.
setting it up like I
I'm
do,
just
but
giving you
really
a kind
don't.
reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all.
Not...
The whole place is full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
You're playing both good cop and bad cop.
Hey, I'm just making it up to you. You'd do the same in my shoes.
No, I'd say annoying nonsense that references things none of you could ever understand because I have fourth wall awareness in your shoes. That's what you already do. Exactly.
So, was that a Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
I thought that was the power of moving really fucking fast.
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this. For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. What did you think when that happened?
Well, we thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie. Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
There's actually a few different fantasy settings where that is the actual rule. One of the most interesting that I also despise is the World of Darkness actually works like that. World of Darkness is Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Hunter the Reckoning, and my least favorite of all, Mage the Ascension. And it's my least favorite because it really doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, because the big thing is, if you use what's called vulgar magic, which is magic that the general consensus is that it's impossible, and you do it in the wrong place. In certain places it's okay, like in places that have kind of a magical vibe to them, it's kinda okay. But if you do it just out and about, in broad daylight, you're gonna cause problems because you're interfering against the conceptual reality. The consensual reality. What everyone thinks is real. Here's the slight problem with that, and that's that shit happens every single day that people don't think can happen. So either the laws of nature curtail to what people believe in, or the entire system doesn't make any sense, and I can't get behind Mage the Ascension because of it. It's the second one, I'm sorry to say. Because the first one doesn't line up with what you see happen in the actual story. It's like, oh, did the Wright brothers just fucking explode because they went against consensual reality? No. They changed consensual reality by doing that. And no one, I don't know, the act of doing it should change consensual reality. Consensual reality can't change the act of doing something. It's really stupid. It's the entire premise of the thing, and I can't get behind it. I cannot get around it. This is why it's like the only World of Darkness thing I really can't stand. Anyway, diatribe over.
Reality? That's got all my hair standing up.
That's a lot of hairs, too. Nice, now I know your secret.
I sure love your arrogance, Grey Mystery. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you. Besides, we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time to get going. Oh, was that your teleslate?
Not what it's called, but yes. Now, fine on. Pilot, did you rest well? I came during lucid hour and you seemed asleep, so I didn't wake you up. In current circumstances, I can't stay idle. Feels time to continue our training. Let's go to the grove, shall we? Wait, hang on. Is his tagline praise the sun?
Are you a popular one?
Fucking sun bros breaking into all the games.
So help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the grove.
Gonna go live handsomely somewhere after this?
Live handsomely? You mean spend all this money? That's so not why I hunt for treasures.
Why not?
Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change.
Yeah, I didn't get one of those, even though I'm also a demigod. But I also don't really feel like a demigod. Like, I didn't get any new powers. So maybe that's not how it works.
As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I won't need to care about petty change. And as long as I don't hurt other
You
people
realize
when I
petty
get what I
change could
want,
also mean
I
a
won't
small
be
difference
walking
to your
with
lifestyle,
greed.
right?
Right. Isn't that simple? So, as long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me.
You know, literally everyone who's tried that in every story ever ends up having the prophecy happen anyways.
That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty.
Not the kind
at
of
this
thing that
rate.
works.
The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own.
How do you know?
Come on, Gray Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
A few days later, at the crash site, the Abyss of Fate.
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Donham.
What's Danny Boy getting at showing him this? Really? Danny Boy still ain't voiced? Alright. I'm surprised a council elder like yourself would be willing to journey so far to inspect the Express.
Archimans hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo.
Though at the end of the last, one, I found out this guy, well, or at least something bearing his exact appearance and talking like him and using his name might not be the exact same body if he's all mechanical like this. Turns out he's another emanator of the erudition, which, fucking weird. Doesn't mean he gets a place in the Genius Society if he ever leaves. And he basically had to use that as a semi-threat against Herta trying to brute force her way in. Like, you're powerful, but I've got that same power with me. So, high chance we both die. But even if you live, and I die, that means there's no one to let you in. Brute force won't work.
It's been quite some
Why would he not let
time
Herta
since
in,
you first
but he'd let a
arrived
goddamn
in
Stellaron in?
Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
I've been actively gathering clues and testing different things. Sadly, the more I find out, the more powerless I feel.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Emphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight. Even someone as gifted as yourself.
In the Grove, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan. It appears that many scholars from Amphorius believe the taboo against the world beyond the sky stems from a curse cast by Aquila.
Exactly. Of the 12 titans of Amphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious.
World Bearer, that's the other one we're missing. And I think that one has to be last by rule set. So we gotta find the Aquila, and then we can go have, Finon merge into that.
The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Additionally, Aquila is one of the 2 titans whose core flames are yet to be returned.
The sky above affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the Flame Chase journey was a carefully considered strategy.
It is amazing they get the last fucking half of them in, like, a few weeks because we showed up. If returning Aquila's core flame can break the sky's curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for a way back. Simply focus on aiding the Chrysosayers.
Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems.
Really? But,
Of course, that's only if you, my lord, permit me
well,
to interact
we
with
the
it.
audience know that at least some version of this guy is an emanator of the goddamn erudition. As in, essentially a demigod of being smart. That's about what you'd put if you wanted to power scale someone. So, by all means, please proceed. Be careful, the Express's thrusters are extremely delicate.
You honor me with your trust. I will be very careful.
It's interesting he's got little wings on his head. Could that mean anything? Oh, cutscene. Oh, not quite. This is unbelievable. You seem to understand its structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before?
Not exactly, but we anti-Catherians are inherently sensitive to machinery.
You are made of it.
Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning.
I feel like that would be Cersei's job.
If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner.
But isn't the real issue with Aquila?
Hypothetically, Lord Darnholm, if I
Oh.
could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey?
I don't understand. Do the Council of Elders possess some secret means of counteracting divine punishment?
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
Yeah. Especially if it's not real. Maybe this is not a decision by the Council of Elders, but rather his personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
Whose interests? Forgive me, Lord Lygus, but I must be frank. When visiting Dawncloud, I reviewed the records of many council elders. Among them, only your background was nearly blank. I'd like to accept your goodwill, but given such a mysterious background and motives, anyone cautious would have doubts.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
Are these people... Is this a trap? Is that why you accompanied me here?
Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donhong. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral. Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
Yeah, I don't think Lygus knows what Donhong is, if he thinks this kind of threat will work. Because, this ain't what Danny Boy looks like. This ain't everything he can do. He hasn't done that his entire time on Amphorius. Just hasn't been necessary, frankly. But if he feels it's necessary, I don't think most stuff here could stand up to him. One against four, then. Just to confirm, if things turn ugly later, will you help?
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral. Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
My question is, why couldn't Lygus stop us from going in if he could stop Herta? You weren't wrong about one thing, Lord Lygus. Indeed, we must try to return to our companions. But our companions now also include the flame-chasing Chrysos heirs. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore the fate of our companions.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
Damn, Skippy. When I asked if you'd help, I meant... the ones who need help are them. Call an ambulance, but not for me. It's like, when I asked if you'd help if things turn ugly, I meant, will you help them as I'm slaughtering them mercilessly? Yeah, no, I'm really not concerned. Meanwhile, in the Grove of Epiphany... Oh. Finon's fighting the Flame Reaver.
You have such overwhelming power, so... why? Answer me! Why do you stand in our way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore!
Shit.
Drag him back here, friend!
Finon, you dumb shit. Oh, did we send him, like, to an image back in time to when the Reaver was there? So he could fight it there.
Are you okay?
Okay, that's his training. That is some deep into the pool training, my guy. I mean, that is being dropped 30,000 leagues down in the Mariana Trench, deep in the pool.
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months ago,
that is very smart usage of our powers, though. Always keeping me on edge. If I had passed out, that would have been it.
Well, that's why I made sure you were well fed and rested on the road.
Sending a reaction image direct to your mind through time and space.
Thanks for the help.
Hey, Green Ghost.
To face Aquila and other potential threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
These are definitely the most aggressive methods.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the River of Time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
Oh, Mem. My fourth wall breaking is feeding into your pitiful little brain.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
Weight training, huh?
It's a good thing Cartonis is the finest blacksmith in Amphorius. I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Oh, Cartonis is part of this flame chase journey after all. Full of energy.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
Could have been.
But, Phainon, I've been somewhat concerned about you.
You've been a little bit of a bitch.
Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that Swordmaster in black.
Makes me think that theory people have had for a long time that I'm hoping wasn't spoilers might be true.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I ain't gonna say it just in case, but...
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
Don't worry. I'm not wielding my sword for revenge. He's been through Nikador's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak.
I didn't have to do the actual, trial part of the trial like you and Mighty did. Nikador kind of just ignored me. I don't think he could have made anything from it. What could he make for the Trailblazer, even? I guess... No, I don't think he actually... I guess the Trailblazer is only, their only, strife thing would be the Stellaron in them going off. But I don't think Nikador could recreate that in a way that we could actually see.
Times have changed. The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile.
And I'm pretty sure the Stellaron is stronger than all of these nerds.
I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again, and neglect my duties.
Good. We'll be here by your side.
You're right, partner. As of now,
Aibo!
Not able to handle that Swordmaster on my own. I still need the help of my friends. Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down.
Don't worry, it's my job to do the opposite by making weird references that no one understands.
I'm out of energy for training today. How about we go to the Library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Sure, that's what I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work. Today, I'm definitely going to...
What were you reading before?
A girl's little secret. Don't pry.
Alright,
That's
alright.
the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here. The three of us might not be into scholarly books.
Maybe you're
but
not.
We could still spend an entire day at the Library of Philia.
I mean, maybe I'm not into, research papers by themselves recreationally, but maybe into more scholarly pursuits. Don't you judge me.
Here we are! Where was that slate last time? Was it here? Or maybe over here? I'm off to have some fun! It's free time now, so you should relax too.
You can't tell me what to do. Over the past few months, hey, this has been a while then, you've come here more than once, fishing out that small piece of essence from the ocean of knowledge that best suits your taste. You're quite relieved that Don Hung isn't around. No one will be there to judge your reading tastes. Judgmental little shit. Every time I want to read that same fanfiction again, he just eyes me the whole time like, come on, dude, you already know how it ends. Shut the fuck up, Danny. I like what I like and you can't tell me not to. The scroll at hand shows a line of small text. Non-standard reading material. Bruno could make an IRL zip bomb. Who? Please return to its original place after borrowing. Do not let any Grove professor discover it. 10 exclamation marks. And it's not 10 exclamation marks like exclamation. No, it's the word 10 the words 10 exclamation marks written out in words. I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose, but at the same time, it does get the idea across, so maybe it doesn't. It seems that the scholars of the Grove, amidst their profound academic discussions, haven't forgotten their little hobbies. Which reading material will you peruse? Bucciarati. Oh, that one. Oh my god. Forbidden Love, the Tree, and the Butterfly. Oh my god. This is the only one I actually don't recognize what it's referencing off the top. Said nothing else? Love story abruptly ends at the worst moment. The author lost the motivation to continue or some urgent situation occurred remains unknown. Or the latter, the Flame Reaver is fully responsible. I know what this is referencing, and... not reading these out loud. No. Wishing on Titan Face study. I'm going to school. After finishing this mind-shaking piece, only one image remains in your mind. The Express. Welt. Phone. For a young Stellaron host, this type of literature remains far too ahead of its time. One Punch God, Aquila. The titles seem to be referencing things, but the words themselves really aren't. Next episode, battling Nikador. Next issue on hiatus. Invigorating literature, your favorite. This article leaves you feeling empowered, as if you were the author's one-punch god incarnate. Sky Titan Aquila. That's nothing. Stop here. Wonder what Finon and Mem are reading.
Wonder what Finon and Mem are reading.
Oh!
Let's take a closer look.
Sorry, so used to him not being voiced for, like, the last, 4 updates that completely got me. They do add those to my thing. Observe.
Well, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend.
Just curious what you're reading.
You could have just asked. There's nothing embarrassing about it.
Here's what you know.
Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to Make a Fortune.
Yeah, that's plenty embarrassing. I know how. In your dreams.
Whew, your comments cut deep. It's tough to find a good comeback.
Damn it, if you weren't so weird, it'd be really easy to argue with you.
I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglaia became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth. That's the perk of growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks, luck doesn't come as easily. It's 30% grind, 70% fate. Oops, I talked too much. As a leader, you need both integrity and integrity and skill.
Now to sneak up on the Mem. What's she reading? Do 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 do. Silent observation.
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on grains, but poor time for fishing. Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emporius these days?
Are you into fishing?
Ah, you scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard.
Yeah. Yeah. Too many times I've been deep in my own reading world and suddenly someone talks to me and I just, ah! Like, my heart stops and I shout. Like, I was not ready to be spoken to like that.
Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
Oh, these cards are so detailed and fine.
Cards.
Ruler, weaver, traveler, healer. But the interpretation for each card is so long. Do I have to memorize them all?
What are they, tarot? Use them flexibly, don't just memorize.
What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh? But you must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
What is she trying to do?
So suspicious. Not like their usual self.
It's interesting Kylus is using gender neutral, but Mem keeps calling herself a girl. Wonder why that is.
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
Everyone is.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this the Emporius Divination Compendium?
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore.
Granted.
Never thought Mem would be into divination. But it's not exactly a niche hobby, so why all the secrecy?
I usually know some divination experts I can introduce you to when we get out of here.
I wanted to set up a surprise! Master it in secret and give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aqua's
see?
ever-changing moods.
Mem consistently calls Memself girl. But Kylus keeps saying they. An odd choice.
A surprise, huh? Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination, especially with cards. Yeah, just like the ones you're looking at.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future.
What? You don't believe in setting a skeleton on fire and guessing what's gonna happen from unrelated circumstances by how the bones crack? Get a load of this guy.
If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Heidi's Elysiae, wouldn't have disappeared. Don't forget, we've got Lady Trinan. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
Could be approached with a critical eye.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. Fate always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown.
Into the unknown. Really thought about this, haven't you?
After all, The first chapter of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination. I'm just expanding on that a bit.
Just a little bit here and there.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things.
Oh?
Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes.
Liar! You believed every time.
Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child. Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
I mean, I guess. I'm not gonna say no.
Oh, wow! It's so exquisite!
That's
I'd
straight
love
up
to have a
you,
card
dude.
like that.
You gotta craft a mem-specific deck. You gotta believe in the heart of the cards,
now
mem.
that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Nah, only the finest cardboard.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all.
Ibo?
Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates?
Not even a little.
The riddle that Orynyx posed to us?
Oh, wait, no, yeah. What?
Who's there? You are...
Nice cosplay.
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
What now?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly.
Were they?
Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Finan. It would be the polite thing. We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
Dude, I've fought your gods. Do you think you can just 3v3 us? And yes, it is 3v3, mem counts.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners.
And they're attacking us head-on with prior warning because they must be really shit assassins.
Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
Joke's on them, my blood's not gold. I'm not fully convinced I have any blood, in fact.
Now, this historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war.
It wasn't relevant to the description.
Defame our predecessors.
Just describing you killing them. He didn't say whether it was right or wrong at the time.
Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Finan? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akamar to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
It was written by your mom's fat ass.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood.
We've long since accepted that no one will ever believe we're the good guys. We're gonna keep killing anyways.
People have become too accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Not a Chrysos there, buddy.
Complete nonsense.
I'm worse.
Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Finan. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
The knives are a pretty big hint. There's a handful of you here. Who do you think you're fighting?
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves.
What, Ibo?
All right. Let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
Oh? Loading screen. What are we loading? Oh, come on.
How's it going, Cinny? This place fits, doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Treby. With this, the Twilight Courtyard can be reborn in Akama.
Yay! Hello, floating Pegasus bat thing.
You like it here too, little Ika.
That won't get on my nerves, I'm sure.
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Treby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky, and I'd like it to continue.
How about Way to the Dawn Courtyard?
Right. How does the legend go again?
Even Lady Treby forgets things.
It is her flaw.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Just give us some time and we'll remember. Ah, now we remember. Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5. With Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Mikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end.
Who won?
Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the land. Finally, those descended from Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove. The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories. But the details from that time have become somewhat hazy to us.
Fair enough. Live too long, you're just gonna forget shit.
Oh, I forgot. For Lady Treby, history is more than just words on a page. It's something you've personally lived through.
Not all of it, granted. Yeah, you sure said it, small thing.
Stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Seliosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing.
Bigger.
Lord Crediros?
Miss Hyacinth. And Lady Treby. Good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and came to check.
Doing all right. What's going on, Crediros?
Excellent question.
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted.
What?
It's the third time this week.
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady Aglaya here, Akama would remain peaceful.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once were.
Oof. Probably not good.
Aggie.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the Golden Threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
The Chrysos heirs won by only one vote, Lady Treby. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
Yeah, that adds up too much.
Trouble. Miss Tyson. Trouble.
Who are you?
Clementine.
Okay.
Take a breath. What's going on?
What do we got here?
Please, something terrible has happened at Marmorial Palace.
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
Lady Aglaya.
What's up?
It's Lady Aglaya who's in trouble.
What was that sound? Moments ago in Marmorial Palace.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Goldweaver. But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
Of course not.
Aglaya.
Remember, like, one update ago when they implied she could literally cut anyone in the city's head off whenever she wanted to?
You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence.
Ooh. Was wondering which word that'd be.
Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now?
The fuck are you talking about?
These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish.
You literally are, though.
The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Are you fucking serious?
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal
Yeah, you're
joys
not
and
thinking
sorrows
this
is
through
nothing
at
but a
all, are you?
facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Because I already know I was lying when I said that.
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akuma has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Dromus workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts?
Not how it works.
See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding
What
that
did
image
she
in my
say?
mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every day and keeps you safe from bullies.
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes, too?
Then I'd chop off your head. Oh.
You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglaya you are today? Look at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning.
What part of your world do you think you're the good guy in, by the way?
If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about them?
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. To let my departure become a path for others to follow. Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now, and sink into the warmth of these waters,
It'd say that'd be where she died.
will the wandering wind stop to mourn me, Cyphra?
Switching to Cypher's POV? Millennium ago at Marmorial Market.
Seamstress! I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures! I bet there's stuff here you've never
He was
seen.
already a cat back then?
Come on! As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Little thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags. What have you brought? Let me see.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tear of this quality in my mother's treasury.
In fact, it looked exactly like this one.
Wait. You've seen one before. And here I thought I'd leave you speechless. What a letdown.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
Wow. A daughter rebuilding her family business. How admirable. Enough with the jokes. At least you did get to enjoy those luxuries.
Mind your manners, kitty. Tell me, Cyphra, where did you come from? And how did you acquire these treasures?
I won them fair and square in a bet. What? Do you doubt me?
Immensely so, yes.
Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face.
You could not more obviously have stolen these.
But my golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Is that so? The scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Oh, come on. Can we just do business without all this chatter? Don't worry. I didn't leave any evidence, so no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Got a point there. You're an amazing liar, so why would anyone ever trust you?
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time. Fine, if you don't want it. There are plenty of others who do.
Hold on. Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the Goldweaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
Oh. What do you have in mind?
Look. Come a bit closer.
Damn. Can already feel the back pain from wearing those for too long.
Oh, it's shimmering gold. Absolutely stunning.
His heels are way too thin.
These golden boots
I don't know how people wear those.
Greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power. Legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and
So she has magic boots on top of Zagreus' power. Okay.
Put them on, Cypher. And don't get
Feels
caught
like a
again.
last-minute retcon
A face as
to explain why she has
lovely
two
as yours
powers.
deserves better protection.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you? Well, I'm taking these now, so don't get any second thoughts.
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size? These are way too big for me.
Yeah, you are a child.
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
Ortholos.
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power.
What?
You're Amphorius' most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by a Glyad.
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls.
There are no fish in the River of Souls. I checked.
Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know. Satisfied?
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaia wasn't trying to trick you?
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is. Let me take a good sniff of this air.
Sniff, 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 sniff. Don't do that.
This air, it's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Wonderful, just wonderful. Thanks to Castorus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it. Time for treasure hunting, Barto! Lead the way.
Barto
and
Club.
whatever we find, we'll split 80-20.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead?
Listen closely. Do you hear that? The gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling with hunger.
Oh, hey, listen to that.
80-20 it is. How generous you are, Boss Lady Cypher.
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's damp, cold, and miserable here.
It gets everywhere.
I hate it.
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery. Uneasy around water.
He is a cat.
You wouldn't understand. The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming. Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps? Take your pick.
What's got you so worked up? Relax, relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cypher was afraid of water?
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that? Now,
Why you
hurry up
care?
and figure out a way across, or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me. Let me take a look around. Got it.
Yeah, you really don't have
Not
to
a
explain
good
to me how to do the movement puzzle.
I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Oh?
How did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around, Boss Lady?
Trying to trick me into saying something. Not a chance.
You're as sharp as ever.
Use Nility and she does kickflips or backflips to kick people. It really is too bad I'm not allowed to look at what her skills are because there isn't a good reason.
Ooh, interesting. Very interesting.
Game, I already know how these work. You don't have to give a cutscene of characters figuring it out when I already know.
Was this device designed by priests of Ornyx? Do you think you can handle it?
Don't underestimate me, boss. Just find a cozy dry corner and wait for me. Mission accomplished. Now you don't have to worry about your tail getting wet.
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing fails while we're halfway through the water...
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20% cut of the loot, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Yeah, game, I already know how this works. This is really unnecessary.
Truly magical. When did you pick up this trick?
Self-taught. Oh, self-taught.
The dance.
We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there to shut it off.
Yeah, again, game, I already know how to do that.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing. The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to Grey Mystery and that pink squirrel.
Squirrel's not the worst descriptor she's heard.
Yes, right here. What are you waiting for? Start digging.
Roger that.
It's concrete. Barthololos, bleh. Activated excavation mode, unearthing the treasure buried deep underground.
Wow! That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow, a massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears. Here, take this. See if it suits you.
Ooh, thanks for the gift, boss. Much appreciated. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal! It matches my skin tone perfectly! Oh, safer, safer! You truly have the most refined taste.
Who is this if it's not the real Bartholos?
Let me try this on! Where is my treasure?
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
This is... How could I have forgotten about this? I'll believe it is true, and a lie becomes reality. What a convenient ability.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. All right, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing.
Yes,
Lead the way.
walking with him.
Cipher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting navigation. Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
Spend.
Of course. Spend nothing. Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
I remember, of course. Whoa! Isn't that like... Isn't that the controller for the...
Oh, it's Zagreus.
This thing makes a racket that can be heard for miles. It's just too stupid.
Seriously, what was the Titan thinking when they came up with this thing? Hey, if you don't want the trickery to be exposed, you'd better start by keeping your mouth shut. What do you say?
Boss lady, you're absolutely right. I'll be careful with my words.
Is it similar to what Anaxagora and Circes were doing? Kind of just living in their head, but some people could see them anyway?
Around the river of souls. Spirit thief goes, spirit thief goes.
Ah, what are you even singing?
Let her tail curl up afterwards. Oh, wait. And the friggin' backstretch.
There's a big guy guarding this place.
Yeah, big and dumb. Just a pure lump of stupidity.
Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so ugly?
Yeah, so ugly. Ugly enough to make even me, a little imp without a digestive system, feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Really?
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking. Clearly running away is the sensible choice.
So, how about you take the front? I'll attack from the side.
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature. Huh?
Fighting time.
Let's try it this other way. We can do it all!
Alright, how do you work? Minor quantum damage. High chance to increase one enemy and adjacent target's damage dealt. Increases Cypher's attack. Quantum damage to one designated enemy minor to adjacent targets. Quantum damage and true damage equal to a percent of the current tally kept by talent to one enemy. Moreover, deals minor quantum damage and true damage equal to a percentage of the current tally kept by talent to the one enemy and its adjacent targets. This true damage is distributed evenly among all targets of this ability. Talent. Cypher causes one enemy target to enter the patron state. If the target in this state gets attacked by teammates, Cypher launches follow-up attack, dealing quantum damage to the target. Can trigger one time per turn. Cypher will keep a tally of the damage dealt by allies to the target in the patron state. Using ultimate clears this tally.
The dice have been cast. Bust
Maybe I'll take it all.
You found me!
Mem. Descending decay. Ow, ow.
All in.
All at once, you've just got to expand your thinking. Curiosity, endless riddles. But the answer is
Nothing but void.
What's wrong? The door to a whole new world. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble.
All right, I'll call your bet. Going all in.
Tabs on me.
Watch your head.
Owie.
Is this how it feels to be in sync?
Me!
Trust me.
Mega Mem.
We can do anything!
No dirty tricks, all right. All in.
Will feed her. Ah. Don't just eat gross.
You can't run.
Watch your head.
Damn, stacking up so many of these tallies.
You've just got to expand your thinking.
The dice have been cast. Bust.
Or
maybe
I'll take it all.
Better hedge your bet. Can't lose this one.
Come to me.
Yep. No filthy. Descend the decay instead. Alright, let's use this. Or he died before you could. Damn it. So much for finding out what her ult looks like.
Taken down with just a couple of hits.
A couple?
How boring.
I count at least 20.
Hey.
Actually, you counted it.
Bartolos, are you still alive? Give us a squeak if you are.
Squeak.
Squeak!
I was kidding.
Look at you, all shaken up. Can't handle even this bit of action. Should be safe here now. Get to work.
Aye, boss lady Cypher.
Bartolos activated excavation mode. On a dock? Unearthing the treasure buried deep underground. On a dock over some water. Like, you can see the river Styx flowing under this.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Since we've already dug it up, let's open it and see. Huh. Is this?
The Journal of a Styxian Refugee. Month of Balance, day. 3 more neighboring households moved away today. The tide has risen higher than ever before, already reaching the 5th step of the stone stairway to our residence. Priests insist it's merely seasonal high tide that will soon recede. Having lived in Styxia for 30 years, I've never witnessed water levels like this. Leandro from the harbor went fishing 3 days ago, reported that the sea water had become unusually turbid, appearing as if mixed with ink. Beneath the surface, he glimpsed strange shadows, not human in form, yet possessing distinct outlines. After returning, he developed a high fever and has remained bedridden since. A later day. City's feasts have grown increasingly frenzied. Grand celebrations that once occurred only during the month of joy now happen almost daily. At the Onzo family's banquet last night, I witnessed 2 normally well-mannered women shredding grapes barefoot, emitting strange laughter, and then directly drinking the dirt-laden juice. Claimed to be mimicking Fagusa's ritual ceremony, so I've never heard of such an absurd form of worship. Prices at the market have risen by 30%. A honeybrew merchant reports the brewing process has become exceptionally difficult lately. The yeast cultures mysteriously rot. Only by distilling with seawater collected directly from the harbor can they produce proper wine. Fortunately, Ardoris remains lucid, and has wisely advised us to minimize our consumption of the city's water and wine. Even later. Last night, strange music emanated from the harbor. wasn't produced by any instrument. It seemed to rise from the ocean depths. The low, haunting melody sounded as if it were telling an ancient tale, compelling people to approach the shore. Several neighbors' children sleepwalked to the dock last night, claimed to have seen the goddess in the water performing and wanted to get closer. Priests have forbidden all forms of musical performance and deployed soldiers to patrol the docks. For some reason, I can't shake the feeling they're acting from fear rather than a genuine desire to protect us. Today I met Nora, the cloth merchant, at the market. She revealed the situation in her district was far more dire than we had imagined. The spirit water pool in Fagusa's temple suddenly dried up 3 days ago. Despite their best efforts, the priests cannot replenish it. More alarming still, strange cracks have appeared on the wall behind the deity's statue, forming patterns or script that no one can decipher. Nora also shared a peculiar rumor. Some claim to have seen in their dreams a woman playing a lyre, draped in black veils with eyes gleaming like seawater. She allegedly told dreamers that Styxia would soon face a great transformation, and only those who hear her voice would be saved. Some city residents have begun referring to her as the prophetic sea musician, despite the priest's determined efforts to suppress such rumors. We finally decide to evacuate with our entire family. Seawater has reached the highest watermark at the dock, yet some remain oblivious, still immersed in endless revelry. Our family and the neighboring Milan household have decided to journey to Akuma together. Reportedly, the world-bearing Titan's protection extends there. The tides of darkness have not yet invaded those lands. We plan to slip away quietly tonight from the northern dock exit. We pray to Fagusa for safe passage. We've been traveling for 3 days now. Last night, the Milan family's youngest child suddenly developed a high fever, continuously muttering strange phrases that resembled an ancient ballad. His father decided to take him back to the city for medical treatment. We all know there's little hope to be found there. This morning, looking back at Styxia from the hillside, I was horrified to discover the entire city enveloped in a strange aura, with seawater shimmering with an unnatural blue radiance in the sunlight. From a distance, those magnificent buildings seemed to twist and distort in the water, as if they were merely illusions. These are months apart then. Balance, month of everyday, month of freedom, now month of weaving. We encountered several other fleeing townspeople. They brought even more horrifying news. Seawater in Styxia has begun displaying strange colors and textures, sometimes thick as honey, other times solid as glass. Those who remain in the city have become undergoing bizarre transformations. Illegible. Even more disturbing is that at night, the entire city bathes in an indescribable glow, as if enveloped by some gigantic amniotic membrane. They say this is Fagusa's punishment, but I can't help wondering. Is this the Titan's wrath, or some other power even greater than the Titans at work? We've decided to continue northward to Akuma. Along the way, we've heard rumors of someone named Illegible, who can supposedly appease Fagusa's wrath. These are merely legends fabricated by desperate people. We common folk can only rely on our own feet to flee this disaster. Later that month, tonight, after the children fell asleep, I secretly examined a small vial of seawater I brought from the city. It was the last drop collected from the spirit water pool in Fagusa's temple before we left. In the moonlight, it displays a strange shimmer, as if something moves within it, unlike any ordinary water. By chance, I discovered that gently tapping the vial with my fingertip produces a peculiar sound, like distant lyre notes echoing. In that moment, I seemed to glimpse a mysterious woman standing upon the sea surface, sorrowfully playing a melody that no one could understand. I don't know if this was illusion or reality, but if such a being truly exists, one who can hear the sorrows of Styxians, and as we embark on this uncertain journey, please grant us a flicker of hope, even if it's merely a beautiful dream. Akuma is now within reach. Taking one final glance back at my homeland, the beautiful scenery of old is nowhere to be seen. Only distorted masses of light and shadow undulating on the sea level, resembling foam heaped by waves before dawn, dissolving one by one to gradually reveal its cold and true nature. How the fuck is this still in Styxia, then?
This looks tragic. Do you think they made it to Akuma?
Well, we are finding it in Styxia, so... no.
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akuma. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. Huh. It does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such devastation. Meanwhile, those in Akama, simply because they're supported by the world-bearing Titan, continue to survive.
Yeah, the world just isn't fair, is it? Speaking of the world-bearing Titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kephal's priestly court?
Come again?
Huh. Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long your memory's gotten a little fuzzy.
Ah, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been what, nearly 1,000 years?
Oh, I see. But you in a priest robe? No, that's hard to picture.
Who asked you to picture that?
Wait. Oh, who asked you, you piece of shit?
Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
What if priests said anything interesting?
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot. Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is right in front of us.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan.
What plan?
Should we call on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Xandrath?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy.
Handy.
Do you want to handle it?
Handle.
I don't need a controller. After all, you know.
Of course.
Hand of Zagreus, my darling, activate!
Self-criticism.
Looks like a charm.
Not bad. However, I still don't see how this ties into trickery.
Sometimes the most surprising thing you can do is deck someone square in the face.
Let's go to the next room!
Hey, slow down. That question you asked me earlier. I think I just remembered something.
Oh?
What did I ask?
You know, that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the second chest?
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask any.
That was like 40 seconds ago.
Oh. Is that so? Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately. I need to relax. Alright, let's move on to the next treasure trove.
Treasure, let's go!
Going on here?
Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best.
Wow, when it comes to singing, I still sound better than you, boss.
Who asked you?
Go beyond all time and space.
Oh, jeez.
On the journey of flame chase.
Sniffing, sniffing.
This scent feels like something incredible is buried here.
Incredible indeed! If even boss lady said so, how could I not be excited?
Do I need to give instructions here? Get digging.
Ortholos activated excavation mode, uncovering something hidden beneath the earth.
What?
Oh, puzzle!
Oh, isn't this a golden scapegoat? Interesting. Looks like whoever buried this treasure wanted to play a little game with us.
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who did not became human.
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here, this honor's all yours.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley. Just leave it all on me.
Code puzzle. Alright, alright. That one was... I guess if it's one you gotta do to progress the story, they gotta make it easy, but... still.
Told you, nothing can stop me. Cyber, it's your turn now.
Stop! Stay there, and don't turn around.
Huh? What do you mean?
Damn it, you already did it.
I told you, don't move.
Ah!
My poor old back. What are you doing?
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary. That seamstress. She's listening.
Damn.
What? Boss, do you mean?
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her. Whoa, whoa! Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck.
It's funny because she can't see.
With only the power of this little nymph. Naturally, I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cyphera.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. Aglaya. You've gone
Saying
to
her name
such
like that
lengths
like
to
it's a
spy
reveal.
on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck a bit too far?
Probably.
I'm sorry, Cyphera.
Come again?
I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up like this. I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong, replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face.
Don't talk to me like that. You know I can't take it.
What happened then?
1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever known.
My silence.
What?
So this time, I must say this to you. Even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cyphera. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you.
I think if you'd left out the last part would have been a little stronger.
The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cyphera.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
Ah, what a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under that goat's head.
Quiet, you. The treasure was doing a puzzle.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing valuable left. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded away all that they once were.
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad. Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible woman. Where did she... Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigods, we can't avoid our duties forever.
You can't avoid your duty forever. I'm built different.
Could it have been back then when...
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted. Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take over. Make you spill secrets you'd never share otherwise.
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide! Creepy.
Kinda.
Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Huh. Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
Yeah, I remember this
We've
part.
been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except for that one experience at Dawncloud. I never told you about that. I absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglaya.
That too.
Isn't that right, Zagreus?
Yeah, I called this part too.
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
It'd be weird if they didn't show off some of the Titans.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive. To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world. If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Even if it weren't for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire for Cypher without hesitation.
Forgive me if I don't trust you at your word, god of lying to people.
You may have been reduced to this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Cypher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart, are you? Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now? Don't you think?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
You're back again, Cyphera, your face.
Oh.
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds.
Of course.
I will pay back the amount I owe. I promise.
You're bleeding golden blood.
No, I'm not. Shut up.
Yes. What about it?
Yeah.
So what if I'm one of those Chrysosairs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes. World-renowned swordsmen. Exceptionally intelligent scholars.
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper. Thief. just make another cut to drain all this yellow stuff out of me, and...
Not how it works.
Stop it, Cyphera. I'll give you clothes, warm you up, and stay here. Stay in my workshop until you're healed.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got these wounds?
Well, you see, my father was a drunk.
Right. What's the use? I'm so good at lying. Even your golden thread can be fooled. If you can't verify the truth, why bother asking at all?
I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival, at all costs. Stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again. Stay by my side, and you can start putting yourself back together.
Aww.
Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and sell them?
Sell them to who?
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things.
You're weird, seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life.
Well, the people who say that are liars.
I've tried not to become a liar, but honestly, it's just too hard. I'm close to giving up. What makes you think I won't disappoint you?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod, but with the heart that beats in my chest. You love this place. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Goldweaver name. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, the mission I need to complete requires me to learn to trust and rely on my heart. Cyphera, you're an honest thing I've given to this world. And also a challenge the world has given to me. Stay here with me. You have a beautiful face that deserves better than to be covered in scars and grime.
You've got a way of
Also,
talking.
why are you a cat person?
Hard to
I
follow.
feel like we still haven't explained that at all.
All right, let's make it a deal. You have 1 day to change your mind. Once the action hour passes, there's no turning back.
Returning to the Trailblazer. This isn't the Trailblazer. These folks in black are not responding to provocations, nor do they seem intent on fighting. What exactly are they waiting for?
Pressure. Fear. Planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the strategy they've chosen.
What? An organization that sees it as their mission to eradicate the Chrysos heirs. I've read some chilling accounts. Stories of the cleaners using alchemical arts to implant fragments of memories into their successors, ensuring both identity and hatred live on.
From what I know, these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness.
And the people who picked the name Kindness clearly had no fucking clue about that Greek character's actual legend, because, by God, they would not have used the name if they did.
Objectively, the rise of the cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet, their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history.
And still they endure. An organization persisting through time, now working tirelessly to obstruct the flame chase. Are they truly so terrified of the era nova the Chrysos heirs strive for?
Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who find ways to profit from the chaos. To ask the vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal may be no easier than creating a miracle.
I wonder where Kylus is now. If they're targeting me, he definitely won't escape their notice either. I hope all is well. Is that Lord Krateros?
There you are, Lord Donghung. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate.
Nah, I'm good.
You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot ends here. You played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only chance to survive. Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart. Because Aglaya is dead, and in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is on your hands.
Yeah, that was not a smart call. Then again, no part of their plan has been smart so far. Yeah, he just beat the fuck out of them.
Looks like she was wrong about you.
She? Are you talking about the mastermind behind all of this?
You assume we couldn't fight?
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
What the hell made her think that? Finon doesn't hesitate when beating the fuck out of people.
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is.
Yeah.
They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few days. But I must warn you, I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back. They're lucky they're still alive.
I'm a little better at that. Used to beating the hell out of people who need to stay alive afterwards.
If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Oh, you sound so cool.
Finon is seriously upset.
Get out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
I've said it more than once, Lord Finon. We're not here to start a fight.
You got a funny way of showing not a fight.
We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else. While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission. To buy time. So, Lord Finon, until next time.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far.
And they lose any excuse they might have had to pretend to be the good guys. Do they think they have a chance?
Probably a desperate gamble. I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the flame chase journey. If the conspiracy is exposed, they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run, no matter where they hide.
That seems to have already happened, in fact.
Whoop. Teleslate.
Thought that was mine. No, it was mine, also. Global announcement. Due to force majeure, the World Wound Web operations will be temporarily suspended. Please stay calm and remain in your homes. Eh? Message failed to send. Not currently in the service area, please try again later. Whitelist protocol loaded. Local golden thread enabled for emergency internal communication only. Lady Goldweaver deceased. Please return to the Holy City at once. No, it's hard to believe, but please come back soon. On my way. That can't be fucking good.
Is this blasted? Those guys.
Is that those guys doing?
But how could they possibly?
Threaten enough people?
Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes. I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
Finon?
gonna call it here. Not the stream, I mean, I'm going to call the twist here. Because everyone is starting to believe this, Cypher's managed to make it real even though she's alive. That's my bet here. Aglaya is in some form okay, and Cypher's used her power to make everyone think she's dead to move things along.
Stay on course. I'll contact Treeby and ask her to keep the citizens calm. We'll hurry back to Akima as fast as possible and assess the situation in the city. If we run into any enemies along the way, I won't be merciful this time.
I don't understand why you were merciful last time. Yep. Hammer hadn't loaded in yet, sorry.
Oh, you're forging a sword for Finan, aren't you? I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be entranced by the sight.
You, Aglaya. In this form, you come to me. It means...
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has come to an end. It's time to fulfill our pact.
And what pact would that be?
Of course. The pact I haven't forgotten.
The thing I entrusted to you. Do you still have it?
Far too plain this vessel is. Not worthy of you. Do you still insist?
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood could have been like hers.
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you already planned?
Thank you, Tarzan Yoda.
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan this time. I deeply regret not being able to say farewell to them, one by one. The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was. Though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be.
Sounds unpleasant.
Is that what you want, Aglaya?
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, Cartonis. I need you to do this for me. Condense my divinity into this ornament. It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child, there's no need to. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Your praise puts my heart at ease, Grand Craftsman. Now, please, take me through the last tempering that fate has to offer.
And the city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight, and all the market stalls have closed down temporarily.
Something about this feels like a scheme.
I hope so. I just can't believe she'd be taken down by a handful of assassins.
Unless they threatened something she cared about.
If this is all part of a larger plan, Treeby must know something. She just couldn't say it in the message. Let's go find her.
What the hell? Like, caught on something right here. That was weird. It's gone now, but...
Don Hung came back before us. Well, maybe he's heard something.
Danny boy, still unvoiced. Ah, you're back. How's everything? No injuries, I hope?
Don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Kratos, were you in the city when it happened? What exactly went down?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine. Just tell me.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglaia fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, God.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her. She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
Alright then. Who's ready for a rat hunt? When they go after us?
I also don't understand. This doesn't add up. The ones who appeared in the Grove and those who confronted Don Hung in the Abyss didn't immediately resort to violence. They were just watching and trying to intimidate. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglaia. Perhaps...
Speculating blindly won't help. Let's go find Lady Treby, as she understands Aglaia's mind best.
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaia gone, someone has to take her place and lead Akama. Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaia dead. You might want to speak with her.
Thank you, Lord Kratos. The baths are empty.
No citizen feels like bathing after hearing such terrible news. Also, didn't her corpse fall fucking here? I can't imagine anyone wanting to bathe in the corpse water. That just doesn't sound like something you want to do. Heroes, you're back. We sure are. We're front as well.
Hyacinth.
Hiya.
You're back.
We heard from Kratos. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treby and Lady Trinan after the incident. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now.
You witnessed Aglaia's...
Yes, we witnessed her final moments. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessings. Declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor. Lord Finan, don't push yourself. You're carrying a heavier burden now. Please, don't fall.
It's fine. I can handle it. What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treby and Trinan, they've lost a 1,000-year-old bond.
Yeesh.
Like they're losing a part of their lives. You should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you? We'll handle things from here.
Okay. See you later, everyone.
Bye, Hyacinth. Hyacinth.
We should visit Lady Treby.
Snowy. Little Gray. You're back.
Lady Treby, I...
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey, so we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey, yet she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
I know what Aglaya expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akama needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time was right.
Was she specific about the time being right, being after her death, or are you just guessing at that part?
I think now's the right time.
Alright, guessing. Good to know. Golden threads frayed at the fringe of an era. Posterity took up the sentiments formerly hanging on its web. Tragic news heard during your travels. Head to the book and write it down. Is that a challenge? I guess I can't go to my book and write it down. You the remnant first, though. Maggie. So you really don't have to take the medicine anymore? No need, teacher. Medicine can only steady my flesh, but it cannot stop the decay of my soul. I've already borrowed too much time from this world, and now, the time is up. Now is the best time for my exit. Please don't cry on my account, teacher. I have a final selfish request. Can you lend me an ear? Aggie. Go ahead. We will definitely fulfill it for you. I wish for my death to be quiet and gentle. I hope that my lifeless body will not be exposed to the eyes of the public. Teacher, I have faced too many changes in my lifetime, but in the pursuit of one thing alone, I have remained unchanged for 1,000 years. It's beauty, isn't it? Huh. That's right, teacher. Beauty. Aggie, do you think Snowy is ready? 1,000 years ago, when I took up the core flame of Menestia, do you think I was ready then, teacher? Born into this era, we had no choice but to grow amidst the raging waves, not set sail after everything was prepared. Kwynon, he will understand. He will grasp the duty I've left to him. He is mature enough now, no longer blinded by anger or hatred. Interesting. Don't let people see my corpse. And there's one thing of me that has not changed. So even a small change or a petty change might be an important one. I don't know if I'm onto something or grasping at straws, but I choose to believe I'm onto something. And if any of you disagree, well, you're probably right, but we'll find out. We'll see who's laughing later. Probably not me.
My humble student, my trusted colleague. As I write this, You are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the flame chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty.
He's a ghost. I was
for
right all
hastily
along.
pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways. But my
I was
words
curious
slipped
how
out
she
before I
got
could
beat in
even
the
think
debate.
about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city.
Not the correct way to play that. Correct way would have been, you could have gotten that literally anywhere. That's not proof I'm listening right now.
You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment,
You didn't think that one through, nah.
short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer. But I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the darkness, terrified of their heads being cut off by the golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness deliberately to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly.
He did plan for this.
Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows. The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Alchema still has you to
So
guide
she
them, Finan.
set up herself to get assassinated so that she could root them all out afterwards, because if they kill her in broad daylight that graphically, they're losing all their supporters immediately, and everyone is going to help root them out.
You're not perfect, Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn. The heavy burdens of your past have always weighed you down, inflicting deep pain. Yet, in your way, you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally. That might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional love. Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed.
Yeah, he was always set up to be World Bearer.
You are the destined World Bearer of Amphorius, the gate to Amphorius's future.
As a Chrysos heir without a flaw, that seems to be what he has to be. Because they implied that's what the previous one was as well.
Go. Complete the flame chase journey of the prophecy. ignite the stars, and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
Aglaya, how could I possibly be worthy of the burning torch you've passed into my hands?
His face so sparkly. There it goes again.
Donang,
Face sparkles.
can you do me a favor?
Maybe. Whatever I can help with, just say the word.
Please deliver a message to Lord Krateros. Have him gather the Holy City guards and the Kremnoans to spread the word from door to door. At the lucid hour tomorrow, Finan will speak at the Marmorial Palace. Urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the Flame Chase journey to attend this gathering. Tell them Aglaya has left Amphorius the seeds of hope.
Understood.
Thank you.
Is there a specific reason you can't just go tell Kratos?
Please make sure to rest well and collect your thoughts. I need to prepare.
Artonis has arrived.
Cartonis.
Wait, hang on, what?
What brings you to Marmorial Palace?
Tarzan Yoda is here.
I planned to get everything settled before coming to see you. Is there something urgent, Cartonis?
How are you holding up, I wanted to see. Better than I expected, you seem.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the Chrysos heirs is still strong.
Right, your assessment is. Now, here. Take this.
Is this it? You've completed it.
Dawnmaker. The name I've chosen for it. Before dawn, prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword. Befits your stature, it does. Chrysos heir.
Dawnmaker.
Making the dawn.
Unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad swordmaster. You've
That
recreated
leads
this
into something.
so precisely, just from what I described.
Precise your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have. Guided by your will, gleam with golden flames. Its blade will. Wield it. May triumph always be yours.
Thank you, Cartonis. I will use this sword to protect the beings of Amphorius.
Another thing there is.
What's this?
Stored here, the remnants of Aglaya's divinity are. This was her commission.
I almost feel like this would be more meaningful if we didn't see the other scene of her talking to him.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little.
Translation? Not fucking sure.
In this way, she wanted to be with you. Always.
I understand. Let me keep it. With this, I'll have another constant companion by my side. May this world never have need for a deliverer. Someone told me long ago. But when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, if she could see me now, leading from the front, rallying people against their destiny. She would surely smile.
Yeah, probably.
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver? Look! Lord Finan is here.
Already? I thought that wasn't until tomorrow. We skipping the thing?
Will he step up to lead Akama?
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep the Chrysos heir's flame chase alive. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower reason. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes. The strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy.
Yeah, but you were also right, because your opponents then went on to kill your teacher.
I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the flame chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide, to strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together.
Fair enough, she did.
Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
Yes.
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver?
Find the murderer! Make them pay!
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective has changed.
In what regard?
The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers.
Yeah. Freedom's not so nice when you have to give up everything for it. Or maybe freedom's not so nice when you realize it's not really that much different from what you were already doing.
Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the abyss.
Finan has a way with words.
I don't remember out there I could do. Something is special about a man of letters. Is that a supernatural reference?
Indeed.
The flame chase journey is nearing its end. with only one Titan left for the Chrysos heirs to conquer. Aquila!
That word that follows me across my fucking life.
Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself. Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akima will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaia dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people!
Better people!
Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people!
Now, you should still have the guards root out all the cleaners. I think that's still a prudent use of the guards at the moment.
Your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded me that Aglaia left me perhaps the simplest duty in the world.
Kill a god.
To bear the
Wait,
burden
no,
of
shit, that's really
creation,
hard.
I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. For the memories of Amphorius will always benefit future generations. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the Holy City for a millennium. She was Akima's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos heirs, the Goldweaver, Aglaia, and her greatest feat was being a selfless person.
That singing sounds so familiar. That's our song, and Snowy used to love it.
Everyone missing. Did say there were 4. I guess this is the 4th person to actually die. No, Mighty Mouse died several times, I suppose.
Yes, Lady Trian. For that child filled with anxiety. Your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart. Even if for just a moment.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was little. Now, you've grown so much. Maybe not as cute, but still just as kind.
Actually, does Castorus count as dead? I suppose she was dead to begin with, but she's living in the land of the dead, but... Is that the same thing? She can't come back. I guess it's the same thing,
Time
functionally.
spares no one, so there's nothing we can do. But kindness, you helped nurture it in me.
Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever. Keep it up and stay strong. See you, Snowy.
Goodbye, Lady Trian.
I heard what you said.
Oh.
Are you suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing but sleight of hand?
I heard you were talking shit.
Not at all, Professor Anaxa. Honestly, without those techniques you taught me, the Flame Chase journey might not have survived.
Good thing your head's still clear. The Chrysos heir of Kefali. I had no idea you had it in you while I was drilling those formulas in your head in class.
Who could have thought, Professor? By the way, I've completely forgotten those formulas now.
Some things never change. In our next lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duties.
I'll be waiting. Goodbye, Professor Anaxa. Miss Castros, aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you have always been so approachable. Ever since we first met, you've seen me as a friend. It was the first time I understood what everyday friendship was like. But that's dangerous.
Dangerous?
Excellent question.
Laughing and chatting with you, I sometimes forget who I am. And for someone with my kind of power, that's a real hazard.
Fair point.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Sorry, I forgot to consider your perspective.
Please, no apologies. Despite everything, thinking back on the times we spent together makes me really happy.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Gastras. Aglaya.
Remember, Finan.
I'm not sure exactly what's happening or how. Might just be symbolic,
the
but...
decision to initiate the miracle of Genesis to the Amphorians. The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are the true masters of this world.
Rest assured, I always keep your teachings in mind. The difference between a presumptuous hero and a tyrant is a fine line.
Well said. You've got a good memory.
It's late. Anything else you'd like to add?
Anything else? Even in your imagination, I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
Okay, he's hallucinating. Good to know.
No worries. I've long understood how difficult it is for you to open up completely. Thank you for bringing me here, Aglaya. You saved me.
Maybe what I wanted to save wasn't you, child, but this crumbling world. Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
Did you forget me?
You're not dead.
Forget you.
Yeah, see, he's in full color.
We aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos. Let's not make this a tearful farewell.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable. I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then. Deliver.
That's very confident of you. I've changed since then. Have you seen this sword?
No, I'm a figment of your imagination.
Forged by Cartonis.
I can't have seen anything the real me hasn't seen.
A bold statement for a mere mortal who hasn't yet claimed the power of a titan. See you around. Finan of Ides Elysiae.
It's a date, Mighty-Moose.
Okay. Probably a little bit.
What a poignant, yet splendid journey. And it's still not over yet, is it?
Yes, Cyrene.
I was right. In the end, you did become the
That
deliverer
appearance,
in
that
this story.
voice.
A lot has changed while you were away. I've met so many people, and tried so many things. I've found new resolve. And I've let go of some attachments. I'm not the same person I used to be.
But to me, You've never changed at all, Finan.
We're all thinking it. Pink and blue. Similar voice. Missing. Days later at Dawncloud.
Dawncloud. This place holds so many different kinds of memories.
How many?
I remember you could see the Goldweaver sign from here. All the way down the mountain. But my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cyphera, you... Seamstress. Tell me, does Akama have any treasures so rare that not even your... I mean, our shop has seen?
Of course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawncloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the Goldweaver, cannot witness its glamour.
Gem of all worlds. Nice! Got it! Well, please keep looking after the shop while I...
Let me guess, Cyphera.
A wild fucking assumption.
You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawncloud to steal that gem, aren't you?
What? How did you know? How did you foresee her cunning plan?
And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
Look, seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden threads?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face, plain as day.
You little flesh fang there.
Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cyphera?
Yes.
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power. You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person. Or even what people call a hero. But I don't
I feel
know
like
what I
good
need to do to
person
get
should have been
there.
in quotes.
I can't weave golden dresses like you.
That doesn't make you a good person.
Ceilings, and I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treeby.
None of those things make you a good person.
The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects. But I still want to be worthy of you. I want to prove that you've made the right choice. Even thieves can dream. Right?
I know, Cyphera. I know. You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be even worse than everyone else's.
I don't know. There's some assholes who just never have a good thing happen for them, I think.
Bear the world's misunderstanding.
That sounds pretty fair.
But you have to believe that everyone in this world is unique in their own way. I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery, even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
Aglaya. I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful, and that everyone is simple and kind. If only I could get everyone to believe that.
It would become the truth.
Would that lie become reality? If enough people believed in it?
Yeah.
Even though it's a lie.
Lies will always be lies, Cyphera. But sometimes they can be more noble than the truth.
Huh. Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost.
I wasn't sneaking, just trying to be subtle.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad. I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just a smidge.
Little smidgen.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is a thing of wonder.
Oh,
Hey, I was in the audience
you
too.
didn't
You never
call
brought
me
anything
out
up
on
to
the
me,
spot.
Finon.
You waited all this time to tell me.
Well, I thought you'd need some time to yourself. After she passed away.
Yeah, that's the expression you'd make when saying that.
None of your business. Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase. You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase. And the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows.
What is
one
with his
by
mouth
one.
in this shot? Made it angled here, but that makes it weird when it's in motion. Like, look at it.
Didn't get everybody. To this
And I
day,
didn't
we
get
still
everybody.
haven't found Elder Kindness.
Is he having a stroke? It's on the
leader
wrong
of the
side.
cleaners.
Ah, I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Reasonable.
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the council theater, would be the opposition's final trump card.
Yeah, they said his
Chrysos heirs.
his whip's leered. His lips weird. They're going for this expression, but when he's talking,
We're
it
setting out to campaign
looks
against
wrong.
Aquila in a
From this
few
angle, it's
days.
fine.
With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cipher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement, and that most enigmatic authority of trickery. I have only one request. Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect Kefali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
There's a reason you have to pick it up last.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh right, because the sun will go out once you do, and then you wouldn't be able to leave to go help. Yeah, now you've got to come with us, so like,
Hey,
alright.
Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cipher.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
And you've decided not to mention this to anyone.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And this is my conclusion. That lunatic may have lost their mind, but they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Because all of us are here.
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was protected by the Council of Elders' secret arts.
Ha! Sacred art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with a flick of my finger.
Yeah, the elders are incompetent in every regard.
Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that she's gone, and you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight, with the city's defenses in shambles.
The fuck is the Eye of Twilight?
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution in mind.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now.
Look at you, not freaking out at all. You look stupid.
But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
When I make the new world, I will make a mountain out of only gold, and that will be your house. Deal.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable. Please be careful.
Yeah, it's like, he straight up ignored being sent back in time. That still reeks of bullshit.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. I'll do my job. So you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
Wait, what? Switch it. What? Meanwhile, in the Grove of Epiphany. We take a fucking break to do anything else. Look, I know games shouldn't be afraid to do cutscenes and let you do stuff, but there is a point where it's like, I don't know, you're giving no breaks at all.
I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the Grove. And through that, stay away from the memories that might make me sad.
There does need to be some breaking it up.
But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all.
I'll kill it.
I know, little Ika. I know. I too miss the days when we all studied together. But we have an even more important mission this time round. Lord Finan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. Being a descendant of the Sky People, You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while. Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the Grove deserves some reminiscence.
The Silence at Dawn. Document. Oh, hey, these are done. Use his hand as Zagreus' punch action to attack yourself. Didn't realize I'd done that. Mourn the perishing of a great mortal. Sure enough, with humanity's willpower end the era of the gods. Where all endings begin. Witness the conclusion of a lie. Plunge in the scalding golden bath. Does seem like this is the last part of the story. I'm interested where this is gonna go. Well, we'll find out more next time. I'm gonna stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. You didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Blah blah, YouTube. Man, they needed to break this up a little bit more.